language this morning. Also, there's a huge snowstorm going on outside. So, finally, it's finally winter in February. See, this is what happens is that the snow in Utah gets delayed every year. And so it just comes later and later. Let me show you what's going on outside. It's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. You see that? That is what I'm looking. Check yeah, hi Refly. Refly's like, check your balcony. I am checking my balcony right now. Nothing else out of the ordinary. Nothing else suspicious out there. I will check my balcony. Anyways, how you guys doing? Hi Eris, hi Sam. Hi Refly. Not a good sign for a language teacher, I know. Okay, well, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I'm like not sure I should continue to do this job, is because like I am somebody who does not prioritize my language abilities. I try to use the most efficient language as possible to communicate my ideas. I'm not precise, I'm efficient. And so last night actually, oh my god, I'm not going to, some of my students, I won't say who, they are very particular about the language. They need to know what an adverb and a preposition and other terminology, I don't know. But I was talking about adverbs yesterday, and I was listing out like adverbs of see, I already forgot the term, that show contrasting ideas. So like although, though, and then I did despite and in spite of. Okay, those ideas. I combined them all together. Are those all adverbs? No, they're not. Okay, did I know that? No. Or did I care? Absolutely not. I don't care what you call it. It's about how you use it. But then I started writing on the board. I was like, okay, although, though, even though, and then I wrote despite, in spite of, and the students were like, teacher, excuse me, teacher, that is not an adverb. I'm like, oh, okay, what is it? And they're like, oh, it's a preposition. And I'm like, what the fuck is a preposition? I don't know. I think it has to do with like, okay, I looked it up later, and it has to do with like what it's describing. So like an adverb is describing a verb. Students, ban the teacher. They can't ban me. They need me. They must have, they have no other option. There's no one else that'll teach that class except for me. So I'm their only option. So, yeah. So I looked up it. So, adverbs describe verbs. Prepositions, I still don't know, honestly. Okay, wait. What is a preposition? A word governing and usually preceding a noun or a pronoun and expressing a relation to another word or element in the clause. Okay, I know what a clause is, kind of. But then I went into independent and dependent clauses, and we got too lost in the sauce, my friend. I always thought that independent was more like cause and dependent was more like effect, but I might have gotten them flipped. So it was a whole mess. When you start getting in the nitty gritty, oh my god, when we start like doing the tenses of stuff, get out of here. I can explain. I would say my personal grammar is I was gonna say pretty good. That's not a good way to describe. Okay, listen. I got a 5 on the AP English test. Okay, I know English. I can understand it. Do I have like a logical understanding of it? No, I have an intuitive understanding of it. So. And there is no one else. I've got them by the balls. Exactly, Refly. I've got them by the balls. So, 5 out of 5, Refly. 5 out of 5. Yeah. So anyway. Oh, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something funny we learned yesterday? So, okay, this is when I can bring... my Russian students, they have a specific accent, you know. Everyone from a specific culture has a specific accent, right? And so my Russians, whenever they say it's a fact, they say... They don't say it's a fact, they say it's fact. So first of all, that's grammatically incorrect, but we'll put that aside for now. The problem is how they pronounce the word fact. They say fucked, okay? So I came into class the first day. I genuinely thought my student said fucked. Like, oh, because he put his hands in the air, he was like, when people make realizations, right, they throw their hands in the air and they're like, oh yeah, it's this. And he was describing something, I can't remember what it was, but like we were learning a new concept and he's like, oh, okay, it's fucked. And I just stood there, I was like, okay, colorful language. Thank you, yes, bless him. He has my husband has a loud sneeze. He has a dad sneeze. He has like your uncle's sneeze, you know, just, it echoes throughout the room. Anyway, so it kept happening, right? So like one client said it and I just figured that was his personality, like, oh, he just says fuck casually. I mean, I do that sometimes too, although I don't tend to do that in professional settings, right? And I also don't tend to do it when I'm around Mormons, because Mormons, they have a visceral reaction to that kind of language. Like, genuinely, my mother will cringe and, you know, in disgust, and she'll be very viscerally affected. So I don't say that word around her. But personally, if people say it around me, I don't mind. But then another one of my students said it again yesterday, and I was like, okay, all right. So we need to come to the bottom of this, because I think you're saying fact. And so I wrote on the board, I wrote fact and fucked, and I like explained it. So one of them is like, and I kept opening my mouth. I was like okay, and then and we all kind of laughed. It was like a moment of like, I didn't want to be critical, you know, like, or like embarrass people. However, like, I think it was crucial to mention that, because A, I don't think anybody's ever told them that, and B, they're probably they've like, if it was something that I heard instantly, because that's what I heard every time. I heard them saying it's fucked. Okay, I heard that, and I received the communication of them saying fuck. So then that means other people are probably getting, I mean, other native speakers are definitely picking up on that. Like, I don't care what the context is. Again, like, in the context, I was still hearing fucked. So it's very important. And they told me, they were like, oh, I'm appreciative of you telling me that. But like, a lot of them were like holding their head in their hands, like, oh my God, how many times have I sworn in front of other people? Yeah, me to the student, you fucked up saying fact. Yeah. So I told them, I was like, here in Utah, among the Mormons, it's important to make that distinction. It is. I took like a language etymology class in college, and what was I gonna say about that? It's just like swearing and taboo terms they can have so much of a psychological effect on you, especially depending on how you grew up. And so I always mention the example of the research study they did where people dunk their hand into ice water, and it's painful, right? So half of the group were allowed to swear to their heart's content, The other half of the group were not allowed to. And the group on that were allowed to swear perceived less pain overall. So it does have an effect on you. Yeah. Student, well, they just kept saying it's fucked. It's fucked. And so I was like, yeah, okay, we need to. That's the only thing I think is the most important. All the other pronunciation things are fine. It was funny, my students also, they found a video of, I think it was like a debate between, no, not a debate, obviously. It was like a conversation between Trump and Putin. And Putin had said the same thing. He said, it's fucked. And everybody like made fun of it, right? Because he was saying fact. He was just saying it with a Russian accent. So, anyway. I think we said fuck way too many times this stream already. Oh my god. I said it way too many times in class too. We kept saying it over and over. We kept practicing. I was like, okay, with me now. Fuck. Fuck. Fact. Fucked. Fact. Fuck counter overflow, right? I'm like so desensitized. It's crazy how one could be desensitized to it, right? But I genuinely used to have a visceral reaction when I heard it. Like I would cringe. I would, it was not good. Anyways, you guys, we're back to the philosophy. You thought that I would be done with philosophy? No, we got philosophy for days today. And not just armchair philosophy, my friends. We have genuine, well, not really. Okay, let's backtrack. We're not necessarily talking about like Nietzsche. We've got some memes of Nietzsche and some memes of other philosophers. But we were exploring the philosophy of one intellectual named Paul Goodman. Oh my god, okay. During the 1950s and the 1960s, he was a key intellectual, and especially in writing about the 1960s cultural criticism. So let's move over to our screen. Nope. Yep. So he was an American writer and public intellectual, best known for his 1960 works of social criticism. So he was key to describing the beatnik movement, the beat generation. So like some people say beatniks, some people say beat generation. Can you say Nietzsche again? Yeah, Nietzsche. Am I saying it correctly? I don't know. I gave up. We debated this for a very, very long time. And you know what? I just don't care anymore. It's absurd. Hey, we're answering our question of the day. The question of the day is, what aspects of modern society do you think are absurd? My answer to that is pronunciation. Except in the case of fucked versus fact. That's important. But like, if it's... besides that, it's important. I say it like... What does that mean? A staple. Oh, does it mean a staple in Dutch? Oh, interesting. Well, anyway... We spent a really long time on this, Refly. I thought we figured it out. I thought we solved it. It's Nietzsche, like an at the end, not the Nietzsche. I was saying something even worse, which was Nietzsche before. Okay, so we've grown. We've come a long way. We've grown. Can I show you guys my mold? Look at my mold. My mold for the mold. We did a mold. For our mold. I might have shown it already, but you know what? I'm gonna show it again. I don't care. So here's my original sculpture, and here. Oh, I gotta be careful. Okay, be careful. Look, it actually turned out okay. Look, it's hollow. Do you see on the inside? Oh my god. So what I did was I basically put the clay. I put clay over it and I smoothed it onto there. So on the other side it looks shitty, but that doesn't matter because what matters is on the inside. And so I will put my mycelium in here in this mold. It's going to be very thin, but this is so lightweight, dude. I tried to make it out of plaster. That did not go well, okay? That was 8 pounds of plaster. Absolute disaster. So yeah, I used the exact same clay to make it. So I used it because the design is not very complicated. Plaster, in some cases with more complex designs, more detailed designs, it's able to capture the complexity. But I said, I said screw it. I was like, wait, my design is not even complicated at all. Why am I overcomplicating? I'm just gonna put clay over my clay and use that as a mold. And so that's what we did. So we did it. Mods at 8 pounds of plaster, absolute disaster. No, actually, wait, that's a good one. Okay. I'm copying that. Hell yeah. That's a good one. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Sticky notes. Oh, you're gonna see what I wrote in my sticky notes. Oh, no, you're not, because I don't have display capture on anymore. Awesome. Okay. Look at us. We're being hidden about our computer habits. Not by choice, obviously. Not by choice, but... Anyway, so I'm still waiting for it to dry. I'm going to go over and it's literally, it's so much lighter. I can just pick it up with my hands. I can do like this. And then so I'm going to put I'm still going to order the supplies. So I need to order the oats and I'll show you where I'm considering getting it from. There's, let's see, the North Spore. Oh yeah, it's just right here. Saved. Make sure I don't dox myself. I'm not doxed. So you can just grow from sawdust. It doesn't matter really what kind of fruiting body. What matters is see, look at this one. This one looks like it has more white mycelium. I mean, it's natural for it to go yellow like this because it's of the mycelium piss, is what they call it. Okay, let's see. So I need a liquid culture syringe, or I could just get the whole This doesn't come with the culture, I don't think. Okay, I'll need to shop for it more later, but I might buy it from here. I might not, but. A fruiting body sounds like a term as a serial killer or some homicide detective unit would use. That's the official mycological term. I am familiar with my mycology. I always say I always get upset when people say shrooms. I always say psilocybin. These mushrooms do not contain psilocybin, by the way. These are perfectly legal and medicinal and perfectly fine to use. What is that yellow ball? This I don't know. I've never seen a cultivation like this before. Maybe, and there's a drill on it too. I do not know. Good question. I've not cultivated like this before. And a drill bit. This is too complicated. You don't need to make it complicated, guys. All you need is an all-in-one bag. You just need a spore syringe. You don't even need the agar don't even. Unless you have a fume hood, get a spore syringe, because there's more likely to be contamination on the plate culture than it's locked away in this airtight container. You can sterilize the end of the needle by just you could just do a lighter. If you have a lighter, just do a lighter on the end of the needle to sterilize it for a few seconds. Do it until it turns red hot, and then let it cool down. It'll cool down instantly. And then you inject it into the bag, and the bag already has everything in there. It's got the grain, it's got the sawdust, and you just wait for the mycelium to grow. And then I'm assuming what you do is you just roll the bag down, and then it starts to cultivate it. But again, I'm not creating these fruiting bodies. I'm just creating the white stuff. Oh, stop. This is the official way to grow edible mushrooms. You can grow oyster mushrooms this way. Look, they've got oyster mushrooms. Here, let's see. They got, okay, how do I, look. They got lion's mane, they got shiitake, they got oyster, they got, I've never heard of wine cap before, that's cool. But see, like you just cut a little hole in the bag and then the mushrooms grow out of it. Like a beautiful little, the drill bit to open locks, huge swab to remove your finger. These are not that kind of mushrooms, Ruthlie. But yeah, they might look a bit suspicious to somebody if they see your mushroom growing supply. Oh, okay. Wait. So this is so you can do it outside. Oh, that's cool. Okay, wait. So you drill a hole in the tree, and then you put this little log into the tree with the mycelium already in there, and then it grows a little. What? Oh, okay. So the little ball. I'm not sure what that does. Anyway, maybe it like cleans out the hole or something. But anyway, log sealing wax. Oh, it applies the wax. So a wax applicator. And then it just grows on the tree like that. So beautiful. Yes, dowels. See, Refly, I said, I'm not interested in precise language. I'm interested in efficient language. Look how beautiful. This is not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored, but look at how beautiful their little logo is. It's like a little spore print. I have not purchased materials from this specific website before. Usually what I do is like mushroomsupplies.com. That's what I would recommend. Here, let me just... Yeah. Okay, hold on. Oh. Okay, I guess they don't exist anymore. What? Oh, no. Oh, but wait, they had excellent bags, though. They just sell the bags. They didn't sell the other stuff, okay? This is perfectly allowed for you to buy it. You can just buy the bag, but for some reason their website got taken down. That's stupid. Okay. Anyway, back to Paul Goodman. Back to the beat generation and the philosophy. We're gonna talk about philosophy. You ready? Ready to talk about philosophy? Okay, so I got some notes from his book, specifically Growing Up Absurd, which I used in my master's thesis. So it's what prompted the question of the day. Sam gave some interesting comments, which I agree with. He said, the American healthcare system is absurd. I agree with that. And also the fact that our brain has the ability to produce chemicals that make us happy, but refuses to do so is pretty absurd. That is absurd. I know. How dare our brain do that? Not fair. It's not fair. Life is not fair. Anyway, so this is the only book I read. I need to read the other books. Fair warning, the book was written in 1960, and so certain perspectives, he shares many outdated perspectives, especially concerning women. I mean, it's not an excuse, but it is it's some context, right? So he, in one of his paragraphs, he talks about how women, he only talks about, he's only really mentioning men because he's saying women are not required to make anything for themselves. Here, so I say the young men and boys rather than the young people, because the problems I want to discuss in this book belong primarily to the boys. How to be useful and make something of oneself. A girl does not have to, she is not expected to, make something of herself. Her career does not have to be self-justifying, for she will have children, which is absolutely self-justifying, like any other natural or creative act. So, okay, if someone were to write this today, obviously that might be problematic. Well, that would be problematic. However, this book was written in, let's see, this book was written, is it exactly 1960. Okay, so given the cultural context, given the family dynamics of people in the 50s and 60s, so he's primarily writing about the 50s. It was published in 1960, but a lot of what he's looking at is the Beat generation, which was occurring primarily in the late 50s and early 60s. Here, let me fact check that. That's my understanding. It's post-World War II, so like 1945 and onward. But I think it really popularized in the 1950s. So let's see. Yeah, in the mid-19... So I guess it technically would have started just right after World War II. But a huge surge of the Beat generation really came to light in the 1950s. So a lot of my understanding is that the Beat generation really helped to lay the foundations for a lot of the cultural, the counterculture movements that were originating in the 1960s. Well, specifically the hippie culture. Obviously, there were many aspects of the counterculture movements of the 1960s. For example, movements for racial justice, which was very important. But specifically, what I've investigated was more of the hippie culture, the anti-war, the people against the Vietnam War, the kind of worldwide, because it did expand worldwide, like into Europe for a bit. Anyway, so, but I primarily wanted to look at the roots of what caused this hippie culture to originate, because with the Beat generation, it was more of a subtle withdrawal from society. It was more of a let's get together, create music, do our own thing, have our own fashion, have our own, it wasn't as much like we're out on the streets protesting. It was more of a withdrawal, more of an underground anti-conformist youth movement. So one of the things that I think was the reason why it eventually snowballed into this bigger movement was the needs of the Beat generation were not exactly met, right? They had these needs, and I mentioned them in my I don't know if I want to go into my master's thesis because I kind of perceive some elements of it to be garbage. And also I don't want to talk about myself. Ew. So we'll just talk about somebody else. We'll talk about somebody else in their writing. So anyway, let me read my notes that I had. There's one paragraph I wanted to investigate. And then from there, we're gonna go back to playing our video games. We got our mushroom game. So it's not gonna be like a full 100% philosophy stream. Because I simply cannot. I don't have the capabilities. Okay, let's see. Okay, so one of the paragraphs of note, especially in the preface, so kind of describing a lot of the problems of society post World War II. So he said, to my mind, the worst feature of our present organized system. So, sorry, one more aside. The reason why I think this is so important is because I genuinely feel like another counterculture movement is brewing, similar to I feel like there's an ebb currently, and there's going to be a big flow, and people say that American institutions are crumbling. I don't know if it's that dramatic yet. There's definitely some institutional change that needs to happen. However, I don't think there's a lot of active. Things are not as active as they are going to be, I think. Because everybody, I mentioned this the other day, everybody I talk to, when I talk to them about politics, everyone's always like, somebody do something. Someone come up with an idea and then we'll all act on it. And it's like, okay, so we're not going to do anything, but we're going to wait for somebody who's really smart to organize all of us and then do something. Okay, cool. So that's what convinces me that we are not quite at we're not at the counterculture stage yet. I think that there will be a counterculture movement, and it will grow and grow, similar to how it did in the past. Okay, so anyway, so he said, to my mind, the worst feature of our present organized system of doing things is its indirectness. I didn't realize I had my music on twice. Let me turn off my music. I'm gonna turn down my music. We're gonna. It's indirectness, it's blurring of the object. The idea of directly addressing crying objective public needs like shelter or education and using our immense and indeed surplus resources to satisfy them is anathema. For in the great interlocking system of corporations, people live not by attending to the job, but by status, role-playing, and tenure, and they work to maximize profits, prestige, or votes, regardless of utility or even public disutility. So, for example, the plethora of cars has now become a public disutility, but automobile companies continue to manufacture them and persuade people to buy them. Hello, Ivan. How's it going? Ivan, we're finally talking about philosophy on this channel. Real philosophy. We're talking about the Beat Generation and Paul Goodman. Okay. The indispensable premise of city planning, according to a vice president of Webb and Knapp, is to make a modest long-term profit on the promoter's investment. His exact sentence to a meeting of young planners was, "What we're going to have built will be built only if some developer is going to make a profit from it." Obviously, he is not directly interested in housing people or in city convenience and beauty. He is directly interested in being a good vice president of Webb and Knapp. That is his privilege, but is not a useful goal, and an idealistic young fellow would not want to be such a man. Another example. Some earnest liberal congressmen are baffled how to give federal aid to education and not interfere in the curriculum and teaching. But when teaching function is respected and assayed? Is that the way it's pronounced? I don't know. Assayed. I don't fucking know. This is the problem, is fact and fucked. Okay. Assayed by the teacher's peers in skill. No one can interfere. No one would dare. Is that okay? That's what I thought it was, Ivan. Okay, just making sure. Ivan, I was saying earlier how I was teaching my Russian students it's very important, the difference between fact and fucked. And they always said fucked, which is a huge problem. Okay, no one would dare, just as Harvard tossed out McCarthy. The sole function of administration is to smooth the way, but in this country we have the topsy-turvy situation that a teacher must devote himself to satisfying the administrator and financier rather than to doing his job. this is fucks and figures. Yes. Literally. Fucks and figures. A universally admired teacher is fired for disobeying an administrative order that would hinder teaching. See, this is actually why this is why I don't want to be a permanent instructor, okay? I like to be able to be an instructor on my own terms, okay? I don't want any of that administrative bullshit, okay? Okay, let me give another example, because I would want to make this point very clear. These same congressmen are concerned how to discourage low-level programming in private TV stations without censorship. Their question presupposes that in communication, the prior thing is the existence of networks and channels, rather than to communicate something that needs diffusing. But the prior thing is the program, and the only grounds for the license to the station is the ability to transmit it. Nothing could be more stupid than for the Communications Commission to give to people who handle the means of broadcasting the inventing of what to broadcast, and then, disturbed at the poor quality, to worry about censorship. We live increasingly then in a system in which little direct attention is paid to the object, the function, the program, the task, the need, but immense attention to the role, procedure, prestige, and profit. The Society of the Spectacle, my friends. If you remember, we read it. The Society of the Spectacle. We don't get the shelter and education because not enough mind is paid to those things. Naturally, the system is inefficient. The overhead is high. The task is rarely done with love, style, and excitement, for such beauties emerge only from absorption in real objects. Sometimes the task is not done at all, and those who could do it best become either cynical or resigned. Okay, maybe this doesn't apply to everyone, okay? But this definitely applied to me. It very much resonates with me. This is a lot of what I had to say about producing things with your hands is so important, and not even that, like, in a more metaphorical sense, okay? It doesn't have to be physically, but like being connected with the thing that you are producing, knowing the value of what you are producing, what you're working towards, is essential, okay? Even if you're like, I guess if you're, this isn't even a question of like computers and, you know, digital things and physical things. Like he was making a lot of arguments about like against, well, actually, his thing was about abstract things, and that's kind of what I tend to agree with, is that's the problem. It's not really a question of like digital or physical. It's a question of abstract versus, yes, I did say computers. It's a question of like, do you know where you fit? Do you know how you're impacting people? Do you know what you're working towards? Are you working towards something of value? And is it something that you personally view as valuable? And if not, if you're just working to, you know, to make the shareholders of your company profit from whatever you're producing, and you don't agree with that, then it's really difficult, right, to connect yourself to, wow, I'm a valuable member of this organization. It's hard, like when you lose your soul, and I know people hate it when I use the word soul. Let's think about it in a metaphorical sense, okay, not a literal sense. A sense of like, when you sell your soul to a company, you are completely disconnected from the product that you're producing. And so when I worked in a corporate job, I felt this 110%. Integrity, authenticity, yes, when you sacrifice your own integrity and authenticity, I found myself doing that all the time. I found myself having to make certain decisions that were not in the best interests of the population I was serving, which happen to be a very vulnerable population, by the way, refugees and immigrants. Okay. We spent the entire, like, most of the work we spent on was administrative bullshit. Okay. Oops. Oh, okay. I was supposed to be over here. Never mind. Like, determining, it was very, like, nitpicky and, like, let's define this, shall we? Let's define this. We need to make sure we're defining it correctly. Now, people may... Oh, I love this setting. People may or may not agree with this. Personally, I don't agree with it. Is that we wasted so much time talking about what we should call them. What should we call them? They don't want to be called refugees. That's re-traumatizing. Well, let's call them New Americans. And it's like, okay, well, what? So are they citizens or are they? And like, if we got into this whole like, okay, so who's saying what? Okay, this one guy said that we should call them this, so that means maybe we should call them this. And we want to make sure that we're accommodating everybody. And as we're sitting there arguing amongst ourselves of like, you know, what we should call the people we're serving, none of the serving was actually happening. No, not double music, just too loud music. Too loud music. This is why nonprofits are worthless. Yeah, Sam, and it's a very nuanced issue. Listen, I understand why it's important to approach these things with sensitivity, right? However, ask most refugees whether they care if you call them refugees. Ask them. Do they care? They're like, no, they're like, I don't care. Now, can you please help me afford my rent? I'm about to be evicted. Can you please help me get more food because I'm about to lose my food stamps. Can you please help me apply for that? I don't give a fuck about. I don't care what you call me. Just help me. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. But we sat and rubbed our heads together for, I tell you, months. Okay, months trying to justify what do we need to call the people we're serving. I can't. I was sitting there. I came directly from a casework role where I was directly helping people. Like I was helping them apply for government benefits, food stamps. I was helping them pay their rent. I was like buying winter clothes for people and distributing them. I was like teaching people how to budget directly. Okay. I was teaching a man to fish. All right. And then I go to this other job where it's like, but what should we call them? Call them those. No, refly. If we have any individuals in our chat who are not English is not your first language, I would recommend definitely paying attention to that word in particular. And it's not something you should feel embarrassed about. Nobody needs to feel embarrassed, but it is a very important distinction. So, okay, this nectar sure is good. I didn't really eat that kind of stuff. You don't eat nectar, Nope. How do you live with your... Oh shit, that's a really blunt question. How do you live with yourself? I live my life nectarless. That's a bit weird, don't you think? Sam, I say we call them what we want to call them and move on, unless they complain about it. Yeah, I mean, if people complain about it, obviously we should. Why can't it just be a case-by-case basis? Like, this is in the So we're talking about what to call them in, like, the articles. The articles that they were writing that were going to be distributed by white people to other white people. Okay. No refugee was even going to read that article. it was completely, I'm sorry, it was bullshit. It was like this huge circle jerk of like, oh, we are accommodating and we are accepting and we are shaking our hands. But none of the work was actually being done. Not to us shroomies, really. Are you mushrooms good at catching nectar? Sure, I guess. Yeah, I want to reiterate that it's important to understand and meet the needs of the people. Okay. And here's another thing, is that were we bringing in additional voices of the actual people we were serving? No. We were taking what one person said in one conference. It was one person who was like the spokesperson, and it was according to his personal opinion that we should call them New Americans. We didn't ask any, and he had been here for 15 years. Okay, he wasn't, and I know that that's valid. That's valid. He should definitely determine what people should call him, but we weren't like bringing in any additional voices. We weren't asking anybody else. We were just taking one person and using them to just speak for everybody. That's a problem that often happens in these kind of spaces. It was that one person just speaks for everybody. And I don't think that's helpful. Okay, I'll help you. Thank you, Mushroom. I think 15 drops should do it. Okay. So I'm gonna get 15 drops of nectar. Ooh, okay. Oh, I gotta get from the bees. Don't let the bees sting me. Anyway, so, that was an aside. That was just an example. Maybe the work would have made sense to somebody else. But, and that's the problem, is that people need to find work that resonates with them. And that work did not resonate with me, obviously. And so I felt extremely disconnected from my work, and I didn't want to do it. I did the bare minimum every day. I was extremely jaded. I wasn't I wasn't inspired. I wasn't passionate. I wasn't actively looking for ways to improve my work. I was just in this tunnel vision of like conform. Sam says that's how I feel about pronouns. I think we should all use the pronoun we think fits. And if someone complains, then we adjust. I think it's definitely valid for people to have certain pronouns that they prefer. But I think it's also valid to recognize that people make mistakes. People make mistakes. We sometimes make assumptions. And it's important to be called out. It's important to be called out on the assumptions that we make if they're incorrect. And then not make a huge deal out of it. Just be like, oh, okay. That's how you want to be called? Okay, cool. I'll call you that. But it's like I approach people with good faith, and then they approach me back with good faith, and that's the ideal situation. Maybe I should reward you with something. I came across these green crystals. There's no nectar in them, so I have no need for them. Im says, you mean default to intuitive judgment unless someone specifies otherwise in their profile? That would be a question for Sam. Something I do personally is I usually just say they. I just say they, them. And then, since that seems to be the most, what's the word? Like open-minded approach, right? I'll say they, them, and then I'll ask them. But it's not a huge deal to me. Ivan says, I've never put pronouns in any profile that I recall. Yeah, I don't usually put them in my profile either. I will say I will say one thing where I think it's very problematic, and it's in the case of my sibling who is non-binary. Okay, so I do have a sibling who is non-binary, and they prefer to go by they them or he him. Okay, they were born biologically female, but my parents intentionally misgender them constantly. My parents are aware and know what pronouns they prefer. Okay. But because my parents are uncomfortable with the idea of having a non-binary child, they intentionally misgender them. That's a problem. That's a problem. That should not happen. Just be accepting of other people and how they choose to present themselves. Like, it's not that hard. That's my idea. But like, just ask the person what they need. It doesn't need to be like it doesn't need to be a big dramatic thing. It doesn't have to be blown out of proportion. Sam says, I work in an industry where people force it on you all the time. Oh, I see. That is a problem, but it's not something that shouldn't happen. It's a message about who those people are, so you can relate to them as you desire to. Okay. That's one perspective. It does give you some insights into what they're actually feeling, right? They're choosing to damage their relationship with their child. That's their right. Okay, that's an interesting perspective. For me, what it shows me is that they're not willing to accommodate difference, and what it shows me is that they're uncomfortable, and they're so firm in their worldview and their beliefs. Hello, Tweed. How's it going? They're so firm in their worldview and their beliefs that anything that challenges that, they would like to not accommodate. It is interesting phrasing. Yeah, it shouldn't happen though. I do agree that it shouldn't happen. However, when it does happen, it does give some interesting information. It shows what kind of people they are. Sam says, I have a friend with a trans daughter, and my friend's father refuses to acknowledge it, and it's destroyed what was otherwise a healthy relationship. Yeah, because, like, in that case, like, I can feel it viscerally. Like, every single time my parents intentionally say the incorrect pronoun, it's like, it's a manifestation of their embarrassment and their guilt. It's a manifestation of their refusal to open their arms to their own child and accept them for who they are. This happens in many other ways. This just happens to be one of them, one of the examples, but there's many other examples of how this happens. And it's unfortunate. Okay, what do I have? I have a little acorn. Okay, cool. Hello, sir. Do you need an acorn? Hi. Oi. Little mushroom fella. Looking for a way out of here too? Oh, that's a bomb. Oh, I better step back. Yep. I heard this river leads to a lake. Can we not pass through? Mate. You see how thin them bars are? No way we're getting through there. But I'm busting through them bars. With these bad boys. What are the bad boys? The bombs in front of me, mate. They're big boom booms. And they're gonna blast a hole through this drain. At least, they will. Once I find some more explosive powder. Explosive powder? That's right, mate. These bombs are just empty shells right now. The big boom booms. Need to fill them up with explosive powder. Otherwise, these big boom booms will be no boom booms. Sam, I think, yeah, that's a good question. I'll let Ivan answer that. But I guess one thing I would say. Oh, shit. Let me snooze my ads so I can yap for another 5 minutes. I know that's a moral judgment, right? And who decides morality? But in my opinion, I think it shouldn't happen because because of my worldview. My worldview is that every human being is valuable, has value, has inherent value, and deserves acceptance and love. And so when they're doing that, they are not displaying acceptance and love. And so therefore they're not aligning with what I perceive to be morally correct. And obviously that's subjective. But we say shouldn't all the time when we say subjective things. Or objective. Ivan says the universe doesn't care. Yeah, I mean, if we want to think about it like really objectively, right? But what I said. Oh yay! Oh my God, Ivan agreed with me. When I think I think subjective moral judgment. I subjectively think that needlessly harming relationships in that way is a moral failing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, because when you really think about it, like, it's absurd. That's my personal opinion, but it is absurd. For someone's identity to not be acknowledged in that type of way. Like, it doesn't mean you have to agree with them. It doesn't mean you have to like say, oh, it's okay to be when I think what people often mistake is that they think, oh, if I use someone's correct pronouns, that means I agree that there are, other genders besides two, right? They make that equivalence in their head, and that doesn't have to be the case. Like, I personally think every way you choose to identify yourself is valid. However, like, it doesn't have to mean, like, you can still secretly in your head be like, well, I don't agree, and I don't think that's correct, but you know what? I love my child, and so I'm gonna swallow my pride. That's the thing. It's about the swallowing of pride. It's just a tiny bit of pride that needs to be swallowed in order for the big picture of, like, do I love my child? Do I accept my child? Do I want my child to feel loved and accepted? Yes? Okay, I will do this small swallowing of pride. It doesn't harm my moral values in any way. I still have my moral values. I still believe these certain things. It doesn't change it. I guess they think that they're like manifesting something moral, they're like supporting something morally wrong or something. I don't know. But from my standpoint, it's absurd. As Sam says, the challenge I have to that is that it's not needless to those other people. Yeah, I know. I grew up in that culture, so I know where they're coming from. Let's see. In my parents' mind, it goes against their values because it goes against the teachings of God and Jesus, right? And so it's most important to follow all the teachings of God and Jesus. Although I don't know where in the Bible it talks about gender and whatever. I did read the Bible at one point, but I haven't read it that thoroughly. So they think in their minds, if I acknowledge this morally wrong thing, that means that I'm sinning, and therefore I won't be able to. So in their minds, they are giving love because they want everybody to be together in heaven at the end of their life, right? And so in order to we need to be afraid of sin, and we need to avoid sin at all costs. And so by doing that, that gets us into heaven. And that's how we all obtain the most amount of love and acceptance. And so that's the framework that's operating their mind. I get that people have opposing frameworks. It's unfortunate that they're so different and difficult for people to agree. Ivan says, I would phrase it as, that behavior is possible, predictable, legal, but morally wrong. Yeah, that's a good phrasing. Okay, sorry guys, there's gonna be some ads. After the ads, we're gonna do some meme review to change the subject. We'll talk about some fun stuff. Some fun philosophy memes. Okay. I'm gonna go to the bird house. I'm gonna go to the bird house and reason with the birds. Oh no. Okay, I can't. I wonder where I put this. Do I put it up here? Maybe I bring it up here? Oh. Boing. I do not know. Okay, I'm gonna put this down for now. I shouldn't forget it. We'll leave it there for now. We'll come back. Whee! Look at these beautiful shelf oh, this looks like they could be reishi mushrooms. It's the one I'm gonna grow. The shelf mushrooms. There's many different types of shelf mushrooms. This could be reishi, it could not be. Usually reishi has like a yellow ring around the outside. Like some yellow and orange in there. So it could be something else. But hello there. What are you? Hello. Hi. Oh, it's a rock. Rock. Right. Oh, okay, so we don't speak the same language. I'm so sorry, I don't speak rock. Hello, Mr. Rock. Excuse me. Could you please step aside? I think I see something in there that I need. Password? Uh-huh. What password? Yeah. You're definitely not a member. Oh no. I don't think I am, but can I? Initiation of new members ended last season. Last season. So get lost. Oh no, Twitch is selling me some Maybelline mascara right now. Wait a minute, Ivan, I thought you had Prime. Wait. This is a tragedy. And also, interesting marketing choice. I would like to see Ivan wear some mascara. That'd be awesome. just like no hair here, no hair here, but like really long eyelashes. That would be iconic. I would love that. He can't hear what I'm saying. We got a strict policy here, all right. It's kind of reassuring that they're advertising products I'll never buy. Maybe he's born with it. Hi, DCI. DCI, are you in the ad void? I hope not. Okay, I gotta get the password. Nope. Wait, if you knew to answer, that would mean you're here. Wait, did somebody? Who did that? Oh my. Thank you. Wait, why is my thing broken? Did someone subscribe? Thank you, anonymous gifter. Who did that for Ivan? Wow, Ivan, if you refresh the page, here, one sec. If Ivan refreshes the page, Ivan just, yeah, thank you, anonymous gifter. That's so nice of you. I don't know why my thing didn't work. Oh, come on. Okay, wait, this is very important, you guys. I need to go in here. I'm gonna reset my. I'm gonna do it manually.
I'm gonna do a
Fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. I know how to do this. Let's see. Edit alerts. Gifted. Because I want to show you guys the cool little, wait, did they? Yeah, okay. Let me,
You are
there.
this universe, and you are creating it at every moment.
You are this universe. So if Ivan refreshes, he will get that subscription. According to Alan Watts himself, Prime doesn't get rid of ads, Turbo does. Wait, what is Prime then? Oh, I don't know. I don't know this hierarchy of Twitch. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, look at my meme break, you guys. We got some memes here. Prime is Amazon Prime. That allows you to gift a free sub. Okay, thank you for explaining. That information will be retained in my brain for approximately 1 day. Thank you, Sam, though. I appreciate you taking the time to let me know. I'm going to turn this up slightly. Let's look at our... Okay. We're back to consciousness. You still get paid for ads from my Turbo, though. Nice. I got Turbo because I hate ads. Yeah, I need to get Turbo, too. It's $10 a month for no ads, even if you don't have a sub. I think that's probably the ideal. Okay. The brain does not produce consciousness. That's like saying the radio produces the music. So you have evidence of a signal, right? Do you have evidence of a signal? Physicalist argument. I mean, anti-physicalist argument. And then the non-physicalist says, do you have evidence of a signal? What do you think, physicalists? I think this is a display of how you not to argue. Is that right? I don't know. It makes sense to me, but the philosophers are probably aggressively typing in the chat like, they said this because the argument is incorrect because double something. She is the physicalist. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, right, because he's saying the brain does not produce consciousness. That's like saying the radio produces the music. And then she's saying you have evidence of a signal. Oh, okay, so this is a pro-physicalist meme here. Dang it, I thought I had a win on the physicalist. Fuck. Foiled again. God damn it. Every time. This is so frustrating. Every time I feel like I have an argument that's like, oh, it could be maybe it's an idealist argument. It usually happens when I talk to Ivan. No offense, Ivan. Ivan's just really fucking smart. And he comes back at me, he's like, what about this? I'm like, I didn't consider that. I'm like, damn it. Back to the armchair. Shut up. I know philosophy, I swear. Okay, let's look at another one. Britney Spears. My loneliness is killing me. I've only been thinking about this for like 40 years. Okay, that makes me feel better. Yeah. That makes me feel better. Hey, so maybe if I think about it for 40 years, Ivan, I will finally have evidence for you. I'll have evidence for you. Just you wait. Wait another 40 years. And I'll present the evidence that I found. Giving you cheat codes. Yeah. No, I like it. I enjoy how on your channel you give a lot of and also you've written books. You guys, Ivan is an author. He's written many books, which one day I hope I will have the opportunity to read. I really want to read the book about humanism. I think that'd be cool. The other books, perhaps at one time, but the one that I'm really interested in is the humanist book, because every time he gives these presentations about what is humanism, and I think it's really fascinating. And a lot of the people who come to his chat are also, some of them I feel like are just coming to debate philosophy, but others are also searching for meaning as well. And I enjoy being in spaces where people are out there searching for meaning and trying to piece it together. And so, yeah. Okay. Karl Marx said, "The alienation of man thus appeared as the fundamental evil of capitalist society." I still need to read, at one point I may read the is this from the Communist Manifesto? I'll read it. Brittany walked so Carl could run. Real. Yes. He's copying her notes. The spirit of Brittany. Perhaps Britney Spears, an earlier reincarnation of her, like the original version of her was the spirit of Karl Marx, and then he reincarnated into Britney Spears. I mean, when did Karl Marx die? So, gotta consider that. Anyway, okay, this is absurd. Okay, we're gonna skip. Okay, what's this one? "Here's where I'd put myself if I wasn't a bundle of perceptions." Never in the same room together. Yeah, that's true. Have you ever seen them in the same room together? Think about it. Consider that. 1883. What is that? Anyway. Every once in a while, I have this moment of derealization, like depersonalization, where I'm like, holy fuck, all I am is a bundle of perceptions. And then I get really sad. Oh, thank you, Refly. Oh, thank you. Sorry, my train of thought is like, phew. My train of thought is a bullet train, okay? It comes into the station, and it just fucking, phew. It bolts out of there as fast as the speed of sound. Maybe not that fast, but close. Sam says, I like to think about a bunch of brains just floating around. The Matrix? Oh no. I was talking about the Matrix with my students yesterday. Whether they believe in the Matrix or not. A few of them do. I got one student, he came in first day, so he's from Colombia. He came in first day quoting Marcus Aurelius, and I was like, damn. Awesome. This guy's awesome. I don't remember the quote. It was something about, like, remember you will die. I agree. Remember, you will die. Don't forget. This is very important. Are you, though? Am I? I don't know. Okay, how do I feel currently? I feel currently... something I always lean towards is that I am just a vessel. I am a vessel that is used, maybe, like, I don't like the word tool, 'cause I'm a tool. I don't like that idea. No, I'm not a tool, I swear. I'm a vessel, though. That sounds a lot more pleasant. I'm something that the universe manifests itself through, right? I'm something that thoughts, perceptions, and emotions pass through and manifest within. They come from an outside source. Now, if we remember this, do I have evidence of a signal? No. Okay, I don't have evidence for a signal. Is it possible to find evidence of a signal? I don't think so. But I'm going with it. Blind faith, baby. I love having blind faith. Oh, shit. That's awesome, Ivan. Thank you. Thank you for lurking, tweet. That's cool. I love this. Bendy bus driver. They've got a little Starship Enterprise. That's awesome. Oh, so I need to check out this channel. Ivan's coming in. Maybe, okay, so maybe Ivan's train of thought is not a train, but in fact the Enterprise. That would make sense. My train of thought is a bullet train. Ivan's train of thought is the Enterprise. Enterprise refit. That's my Enterprise. Yeah, nice. I think you guys, if you know Duncan did it, he's gonna do my Star Trek lovers. Okay, you better go check out Duncan did it. I forgot what day. It's gonna be some. It's gonna be someday this week. He's gonna be doing a Star Trek stream. Hi, Dom. Oh, thank you, Ivan. You're so generous. Thank you. You're so sweet. That's really nice of you. Wow, today is such a... What is all this generosity coming from? You know what? I know why. I know. You know why? It's because Chinese New Year. I didn't clean my house yesterday. I didn't clean my laundry yesterday. Oh no. I forgot to put my laundry in the dryer. Frick. Hold on. Should we do a laundry tour? I think we need to do a laundry tour, you guys. Laundry stream. Hold on. We're gonna have to do a laundry stream because I forgot I need to do this before. I have this irrational fear of my laundry collecting mold. And so this is essential. Okay, hold on. Hold on, I'm finding the computer. I mean, the camera. Whatever, words are hard. Okay. Type in the super secret password. It's my username. Okay. The meme makes me think of absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Real. Dom, exactly. I was talking about the evidence of aliens. So we were talking about not only the Matrix, we were also talking about aliens. See, this is what I enjoy about being a contracted employee. I'm not necessarily associated with my organization, so I feel like I have more freedom to talk about the topics I want to talk about. Anyway, just because there's no evidence of aliens does not mean that aliens do not exist. Okay. Reminds you of the British dollar store called Poundland. What? We're going to Poundland. We're going to Pound Town. That's what people always say when they it's a euphemism for sex. In this case, it's Poundland. It's not Pound Town, it's Poundland. What do they sell? Pound cake? Why is it called Poundland? Wait, I know this one. Don't tell me. This is a pound. Pound. Oh! Oh! We got it. I got it. I'm smart. I saw the connection. I see the connection here. The Poundland. Poundland downtown. Hey, you better not be saying that word in my chat again. Did you forget our conversation on Monday? It's like a Family Dollar. So everything's a pound. Oh, okay. Cool. Poundland. Let's go to Poundland. I'm ready. I consent to go to Poundland. Oh, this is a fancy one. What's this gold sign for? This is like so much more. Do you know what the dollar stores look like? Well, Ivan knows because he lives in America now. But the dollar stores in America do not look that nice. anyways. Like, this is what they look like on a good day. Like, it's just sad. It looks very sad. Like, just, oh, this is a nicer one. Oh, but that's because it's in the Mall of America. It's a, yeah, but usually it's a very sad place to be in. And they're usually out of most things. And they've got really harsh fluorescent lights. Can I tell you guys, I finally discovered the Home Depot for the middle class. I've been going to Home Depot my entire life, okay? And Home Depot's fine, all right? However, it's loud. It's got really harsh fluorescent lights. It's got the freaking warehouse setting. And, like, you can never find people to help you find stuff. They're always, like, busy, I don't know, sawing wood or something. Kind of scary employees sometimes. Sorry, I shouldn't generalize. But last weekend, when I was getting plaster, I went to Lowe's. Lowe's. I was not familiar with your game, Lowe's. In Lowe's, the contrast was immense. Okay, let me show you the difference. The lighting was like soft. It was soft lighting. The font of all the signs was like, it was, I don't know how to describe it. It was soft. The people were friendly. Look, they got a cute little mascot too. I mean, that's adorable. Come on. They were like giving out free stuff too when I went. I was like blown away. Everybody was so friendly. They came up to me and asked me like, hey, do you need help finding something? And I was like, wow, this is amazing. So Sam says, I've been to the MOA Dollar Tree. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Dollar Store IRL stream 1. One of these days. Dom says, might just... I don't know, Refly. Like, that's... scary place. Like, that's the place where you will get robbed. That is the place where you will get crime happen. Well, okay, that's a generalization, all right. But it's typically a place you don't want to go to. Dom says, it might just be language stuff, but saying there's no evidence for aliens is strange. Surely they mean there's no proof. Oh, okay, well, sorry, I don't know. I'm not educated on whether there's evidence or not. I've heard that there's no evidence, so that's why I said that. Anyways, shall we do it? Well, no, we don't need to do a laundry stream. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go do my laundry. I need to just transfer it into the dryer. It'll take me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay, friends, I'm back. We mission accomplished. By the way, don't worry, the spring and summer menu will be coming out soon. Just as soon as my work ends, which I'm not sure when that's gonna end. I asked my supervisor, and let me see. I'm gonna check my email. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh! This is why I don't want to work for this is why I do not want a permanent position. Bye, Sam. Have a good meeting. Thank you for lurking. So apparently I'm working for an extra week. They told me it would be for 2 weeks. They told me 2 weeks. 2 weeks of teaching this class, okay? How long has it been? That was 2 weeks ago. That was more than 2 weeks ago. So I've been teaching this class for 3 weeks. So I'm about to teach it for 4. All of February. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? It's all about perspective. I gotta look at it from a good perspective. And the perspective is, look at that. I've got more money now. Opportunity for money. However, like, I have been incapable. I've been incapable of doing my everyday routine and tasks necessary. Like, I've basically not been able to talk to any of my friends. I've had my friends reach out to me asking, like, saying they're concerned. Like, I haven't. It's a lot. It says 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No job is too big. No fee is too big. Yeah. You know what? I need to be grateful. I'm grateful that I have a job. I have money coming in. It's not like I don't need the money. I do need the money. I do. It's just, it's a lot. Too late, the socks are already moldy. No, DCI, don't curse my socks. I'm really afraid of that. I don't want my clothes to get moldy. If they start to get that weird musty smell, I like wash them again. I'm like, ooh, no. I don't know. By the way, guys, don't forget, you need to clean out your washing machine filter. Did you know? Did you know you have to clean out your washing machine filter? Yeah. It's something you gotta do. It's important. My supervisor also asked me if I want to cancel class today or do online only class. It's not that bad. Look, it stopped snowing. It's not that bad. Utahns don't. I mean, there's a foot of snow on the ground and we're able to drive, no problem. Ivan asked, would you believe every 10 years? Do it every other month. Ivan, I'm so sorry. I do not know what you're referring to. Do it every other month. Yeah, this type of schedule, I would love to do every other month. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have control over it, but what I did tell them, I was like, I'm happy to come in for, to cover for, like, longer term assignments, so, like, multiple weeks, but I like the idea of having an end in sight. Like, okay, you're gonna come in for 2 weeks or for 3 weeks, and I can handle that. But if it's like, you're gonna come in for the rest of your life, nope. Ivan says, I've lived in this apartment 10 years. I don't think my machine has ever been serviced in any way. Dryer vent was clean. Oh, cleaning the washing machine filter? Every 10 years. You haven't cleaned your washing machine? Oh no, Ivan. What? Okay, wait, I need to research this. It is recommended. Okay, so it depends on the washing machine. So, oh, this is an Instagram recommendation, so that's like, you know, not accurate information. Oh, Martha Stewart. This is the source of reputable information from the woman herself, Martha Stewart. She knows. I trust her. Oh shit! She says we have to do it every month. No, okay. Every month is too much. I'm not doing it every month. No. But every year I could do that. Every 6 months I can. I've heard from people you need to do it every 6 months, every 3 months. Anyway. I don't know, the last time I cleaned my washing machine filter, it was pretty gross, not gonna lie. Remember to use Martha Stewart brand washing machine solution. Yep. That's important. It's important to critically look at things and be like, okay, why are they telling me this information? Are they trying to sell me something? And if yes, then maybe you can take it with a grain of salt. DCI says, yeah, I do it each second month. We got a guy who comes and cleans our oven once every 3 months too. Whoa. Fancy. Cleaning your oven? I haven't cleaned my oven. I'm lucky that when we got our new place, we got a new oven, so we've had the oven for 2 years. 2 years, and I haven't cleaned it. Not once. I don't cook a ton of things in the oven, to be fair. And they don't usually spill on the bottom. I've never really had spill. If something spills, I'll like wipe it out. But I don't really clean my oven. I don't cook oily things in the oven either. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like if you cook really oily stuff in your oven, then it'll splatter everywhere and that'll make a mess, but... Okay, hold on. I'm turning this down. This is too loud. My microwave I clean when it's dirty. We just clean it when it's dirty. And then dishwasher filter I clean every 6 months. Now that gets nasty. If you've ever cleaned a dishwasher filter, it'll start to grow slime in the... It's so disgusting. Oh my god. It's so gross. It starts to develop its own ecosystem. When it starts to develop its own ecosystem, that's how you know your dishes are not getting cleaned appropriately. So please make sure, clean your dishwasher filter. This is a PSA. It's essential. Okay, anyway, back to the philosophy. I might find the next best vegan protein in there. Oh my god. Cursed. That's cursed. Alright, let me navigate away from my Twitch page. There. That's better. So I had another Paul Goodman thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, I like this one. Enormous proportion. Okay. Okay, look at this. I like the way he words it. Once we turn away from the absolutely necessary... Oh, hello, Orange. How's it going? Delicious mycelium. No. Yeah, there's definitely some mold or something growing in there. Perhaps a fungus. Who knows? Once we turn away from the absolutely necessary subsistence jobs, however, we find that an enormous proportion of our production is not even unquestionably useful. Everybody knows and also feels this, and there's been recently been a flood of books about our surfeit of honey, our insolent chariots, the follies of exurban ranch houses, our hucksters and our synthetic demand. Many acute things are said about this useless production and advertising, but not much about the workmen producing it and their frame of mind, and nothing at all, so far as I have noticed, about the plight of a young fellow looking for a manly occupation. Okay, this is what I was saying earlier, this is the wording of how he worded things back in the 1950s, 60s, so. Thank you, Tweet, thanks for being here. Good luck with the rest of I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you had a good workout, too. Oh no, you have a sore throat, might be getting a cold. Shoot, I'm sorry. You have any tea for that? Sometimes when I have a sore throat, I tend to drink tea. I've got this little, I think I mentioned it in one of my streams. It's like the cold tea. Yeah, this one. You see this one before? It's like got some black tea in there, some minty, I think it has allspice too. Inside a little mandarin orange, and you just make tea out of it. It's supposed to be really good for sore throat. I wish I could give you one. It's in a tiny little package. I'll just give it to you. Okay. The eloquent critics of the American way of life have themselves been so seduced by it that they think only in terms of selling commodities and point out that the goods are valueless. But they fail to see that people are being wasted and their skills insulted. American society has tried so hard and so ably to defend the practice and theory of production for profit and not primarily for use, that now it has succeeded in making its jobs and products profitable and useless. I love this. So he talks about how the shift towards consumer goods that are meant to be consumed, but not necessarily goods that are necessary for survival. Right? And how ultimately they're all useless, and everybody who works on them likely I don't know, just he's critical of the system and how a lot of our energy and talents are being wasted on useless things. I mean, even this is been way blown out of proportion now. I mean, you think about the fucking Labubus and the Dubai chocolate and that's this guy's talking about our ranch houses and our our cars, or there's some honey and some books. My brother in Christ, if you could see what we are coming up with today, the absolute garbage we are coming up with today. I know I'm part of the problem. Look, I've got a useless fucking spit. I tell my parents every year, I'm like, please do not get us plastic goods. Please do not get us useless plastic goods. But every year, because it's tradition, they get us the useless plastic goods. I've said time and time again, we do not want consumer goods, but they keep buying them anyway. So what am I supposed to do? Not use it, So I understand. It's ironic that I'm sitting here with my plastic fidget spinner talking about useless goods, right? In fact, I kind of love and embrace the irony. Oh, fuck. Okay, it's fine. Orange says, it's fine. I get sick so rarely. I try to look on it as a reminder to be thankful for my generally great health. Oh, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Doesn't it always remind you? Doesn't it always, put things into perspective? Wow, I didn't appreciate how nice it is to breathe out of my nose, or to, not have a headache, or, you know what I mean? So. Orange said, something that's absurd. TV channels dedicated to selling us the stuff we don't need. Oh yeah, that's been around for a while. I think that even started happening at the time of when he wrote this. When TV was first coming out. Hello, Chaotic. How's it going? Chaotic, we're talking about philosophy, actually. What? Crazy! We're talking about Growing Up Absurd by Paul Goodman. He's criticizing the overproduction of useless consumer goods and about how it causes people to become disillusioned when they're in the rat race, when they're producing things that have absolutely no meaning. It really eats away at your soul. I'm doing all right. I just learned I'll be working for another week, so I'm a little bit like, but at least I'll have money, I guess. Money is cool, I guess. I'm also trying to deliberate whether or not to, because I want to get paid. I don't want to cancel class tonight because I want to get paid. I already developed the lesson plan, so like, please pay me. But also, like, I don't want it to be online because I don't have a whiteboard or anything. Aren't you still full of Chinese food? Yeah, I've got some leftover Chinese food in the fridge. I think I really did bring in some prosperity today. I've been seeing some prosperity today. Which I'm very grateful for. So, I'm very grateful. Prosperity. This is the prosperity that I manifested. So, I should just be grateful. Okay, let's go back to playing our game, shall we? Hold on. Where's my music? Alright. Hey, mushroom. Over here. Okay, Rock. I'm coming. Are you gonna yell at me too? Oh, sorry about that. Our leader is a real dingus. Oof. I wanted to help, actually. Oh? Listen. You're not gonna get in there without knowing our secret password. And our current leader definitely won't give it to you. But the founder of our club still knows the password. She might give it to you. Ooh, she sounds important. But where is this club founder exactly? That's sort of the problem. She abandoned the club a long time ago. Then that dingus over there declared himself leader. Oh, that's so unfair. Tell me about it. I haven't seen our club's founder ever since that day. Did you just... Tobi? Did you just destroy my... Oh my god, Tobi. Look what she did. I didn't notice. She was chewing on something on the floor. Oh, you guys. Here, look. Oh, Tobi. Tobi. Look. She chewed off the bottom of the sculpture. Oh, the audacity. Okay. I'm gonna lock this away. Because this... I don't know why, but look what she did. She chewed off the...
You little shit.
You little shit. You little shit. She's about to get spanked.
Yeah, he's gonna spank her hard.
Don't use catnip in the next sculpture. I know. Yeah, my mistake. I don't know why she likes the clay so much. She wants to eat it. I think it's... Luckily, I think it's non-toxic. Oh my god. You see this? That's the piece that she just bit off. I'm glad she didn't choke on it. But, okay. I'm gonna need to put this away somewhere. I'll keep an eye on it for now. But that's crazy. That's crazy work. Oh my god, the audacity. I'm watching you. You little twerp. I'm watching you. Yeah, you know what you did. And she's gonna go right back up there and do it again. Tobi Toby, I swear to God. You. Oh, I was being nice. Toby, please do not. It's not for eating. It's not for eating. Oh no, I just wanted to pick you up. Can I please pick you up? Come here. Come here. She knows I'm mad at her. She knows I'm upset. Here, what if I get your little toy out? She, as soon as I walked away, she came back. Toby, what if I get your little toy out? What if I get your little toy? Yeah. Okay, we got her. Let me get her. Yeah. Okay, ready? I got you. Gotcha. I tricked you. I tricked you. I tricked you. I tricked you. Alright, here, now we gotta turn the camera around. Before she squirms out of my... No, don't squirm out of my arms, please, please. Please love me, please. Stay here, please, please. No, please, please. No, don't leave. Okay, hold on. Here. Okay. Here, I got her. Okay, you're mine. You're mine. You're mine. You can't leave. No, she's trying so bad. She's squirming. Stop. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway. Chaotic says, I think life itself is absurd. We live in a meaningless universe and we live as if our problems are so important. But in the end, it will all end. Real. Yeah, that's real. Yeah, in the end, a lot of our problems are pretty absurd when you really think about it. Yeah, that's a very absurdist take. I don't have any notes on that. Now I'm just gonna go on an existential spiral. Oof. Okay. Alright. I got my eye on you, Toby. I got my eye on you. I might have to end the stream a bit early so I can... I've got so many things I have to do. I gotta respond to my boss. One second. Yeah, I'm streaming. Hey, can you not bother me? I'm streaming. Sorry, I'm just checking the weather. Let's see. Is it going to continue to snow? It's gonna stop snowing tonight. I really do not want to cancel the... I mean, I already worked on the freaking class. Oh, let me... oh, you should have said unalive. Here, I'll allow it. Camus, the absurdist, is... Oh, you've Camus, yeah. Look what I have here, Chaotic. Here, hold on. It's here somewhere. It's right here. Here. The myth of Sisyphus. Sisyphus' myth. We should one should be like Sisyphus. Look how far I got into there. I got about halfway through and then I quit. I got halfway through and then I quit. I couldn't do it anymore. I'm sorry. Maybe one day I'll read it. But this book literally, when I tell you this book sent me into a depressive spiral that was so bad, it literally cascaded into like bad. Let's just say bad. Bad. So I think that perhaps when I'm more mentally well, I will read this book. But I do not recommend this book for somebody who's searching for meaning in their life, and somebody who recently went through a loss of meaning, a loss of purpose. People who are searching for a meaning and purpose, I would not recommend this book right off the bat. This will send you into a depressive spiral. But I'm sure it has a lot of valuable stuff in there. I'm just saying, be cautious. Be very cautious, right? Be very cautious. Be protective of your mental health. The only real philosophical problem is the problem of suicide. Why people shouldn't kill themselves. Yep. I don't have anything to add to that. That really takes me back to a very not good time in my life where things were not good. I remember I was like reaching out for anything. I was like, please, someone, please atheists, please philosophers, please tell me, is there meaning to be found? Can I find the magic again? I just lost God. God is dead and I have killed him. Please tell me the answers. And then the answers I basically got was, well, you could just insert words that's inappropriate for Twitch there. Well, you could just not exist. What's stopping you? And I couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle it. I was like, wow, okay. Yikes. I'm sorry. If you enjoy, I'm sorry. I just have strong opinions for certain reasons. But I will definitely try and engage with the material at a different point in my life, and perhaps I will find new meaning from it at a different time. It's all about the right place and the right time. Like, you need to engage with media that you are ready to engage with. You need to approach it with the right mindset. I wonder if Nietzsche is rolling in his grave, knowing how much time and effort I spent on, how to pronounce his name. I wonder if you would think that's funny or be absolutely appalled. I think the latter. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yuck your yum. Thanks for relating to that. I don't mean to yuck anyone's yum. I really should say, is that really what the first thing says? Yeah, that's the first line. There is but one truly serious philosophical problem, and that is S-word. Judging whether life is or is not worth living amounts to answering the fundamental question of philosophy. All the rest, these are games. I think I just didn't like, I didn't like how that was presented as a valid option. That's what I don't like. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that that's presented as a valid option. That should not be a valid option. Like, a valid and reasonable option. Maybe that's not what he was intending. But, like, the way he framed it a lot of the time, so he's saying, like, in this place, he says, the exact degree to which suicide is a solution to the absurd. Like, when you word it that way, it really... When you're somebody grasping at straws, when you're somebody who really needs something to help them have hope and help them have... Like, the first half of this book is not for you. It will rip you apart. That was my experience. Hi, Eclecte. Chaotic says, I know this is controversial, but I do think there's no obligation to stay alive. So I do think that is, yeah. That's kind of a lot of what he was saying in this book, too. I do think people have a right to alive. And keep that in mind, I'm saying this as someone who tried to. I firmly disagree with that. That is one thing where I firmly disagree. But you're allowed to have your opinion, I guess. I'll be honest with you, like, I as well have tried that at one point. That's what really changed everything for me, was when I had, we'll call it a near-death experience. It wasn't a near-death it was a near-death experience, but it was a self-generated near-death experience. This book was part of the reason that sent me on that spiral. That led me there. To that point. To the lowest point I've ever reached. And I hope never, ever, 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 ever to reach that point again, because, yeah, it shouldn't be entertained as an option. Hello. Wednesday has definitely been an adventure so far. I'm glad. Today is an interesting day. It's snowing pretty heavily outside for where I live. We had like a huge windstorm, kind of similar to what you were experiencing at Eclecte. And then now there's a big snowstorm. Orange says, discussing the obligation and society view of it seems different to discussing the act. Yeah, I think it was just like the issue I had with it was the framing of it, and I had the idea in my head that it would be one way, and it ended up being very different. Heavy wind, no snow here. Aw, man. This is our first real snow of the season, so it's pretty exciting. Thank you, Chaotic. Well, Chaotic, what I will say is that I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad you are here. You have added a lot of value to my days every time you're here. You know, my life has been made just this much better because of you. It's still existing. You have no idea how you impact people and how your selfness like radiates outward and makes positive changes. Like, even if people don't tell you how they impact you, you do. And so that's why I think existing is so much better than non-existing. Like, yeah. Okay, I'm just looking for a way back home. You know anything about it? That cave right there is advanced darkness. We're talking pitch black. Just talking about gets me all spooked. Oh. Yeah. No, I really enjoy you being here. Here, I'm gonna snooze this ad. It would feel really, really silly, really, really absurd if you just got hit with an ad after that. We'll delay the ads for 5 minutes. That would be absurd, though. I value you. Here, let me throw all my marketing at you. Here, let me extract your attention and money. Yeah. I appreciate everybody. Everybody who comes here takes the time out of their day to spend it with me. It doesn't go unnoticed. Maybe I don't always acknowledge it outright, but I do definitely notice it, and it definitely impacts how I'm able to go about my day. Sorry, I do not have time for this dialogue. Okay. We're going. I want to explore. I don't have time for dialogue. I don't got time to talk. I just want to go. Ektheke says, I've come to learn that life, no matter how bad, is better to live because nothing is permanent. These moments fleet, good and bad. Yes, I think that's an essential lesson that you learned. Essential wisdom that you're sharing. Nothing is permanent. No matter how low you feel, it's not going to be permanent. And you should hold out hope for the possibility that things may get better. Alright, I'm gonna, damn, you guys, my scalp is so itchy. It's also one of my tics. It's one of my tics to itch my scalp, and then it's like a negative feedback loop where I've got like this dry patch because I itch it so much out of self-regulation. And so it gets itchier and itchier. We love having neurological abnormalities. Although, like, I keep hearing people say, like, oh, I'm neurospicy. I'm neurospicy. And sometimes I wonder, like, isn't everybody? Isn't everyone neurospicy in some ways? I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't know if I've ever met someone who genuinely did not have any spiciness in their neurological condition. Like, who decides? Who decides what's typical? Who decides? I want to talk to him. Who's the normie out there? Who decided? Chaotic says, to be honest, I don't know how I feel about having survived. But I hope things will get better soon. I don't plan on trying to do it again, since I know the impact it would have on the people around me. Yeah. Well, considering them is important. But also, I feel like you should consider you. Consider you. Consider you and the possibility of even like a glimmer of hope, even the tiniest possibility that you can experience joy and, joy and love and beauty and all those things, right? And I totally get it. I've been in the headspace before where even if somebody said those things to me, like I wouldn't even consider it. I'd be like, well, that's not worth it. I'd do anything to get out of this headspace, right? But like you yourself, as we've been going through these philosophical armchair philosophy discussions, like the person you are now is not even the person you're going to be tomorrow or the person you were yesterday. You are always changing and evolving. Like, you are never going to be the same. So just because like you feel one way at one point and something doesn't affect you at one point in your life, That doesn't mean it's all never going to affect you, like, or things are never going to change, because you're always like taking in new information and adopting new patterns. So, Eclectic says, I perceive that you have more life to live. It wasn't your time. I'm happy you're here and things will get better. Yeah, I agree. I have some tics, and when I notice them in my VODs, it bothers me so much. Yeah, real. Yeah, my biggest tick currently, and they change, right? My tics change, but right now mine is reaching up and scratching my head. At some points it's usually like biting the inside of my lip. Hello. Well, well, well. What an interesting little mushroom. Thanks. Something seems different about you. Perhaps you've received the essence of the wind? Yes, I have. Some other forest wisp gave it to me. Ah, I see. It seems the spirit of the forest is with you, little mushroom. It trusts you with our strength. Whoa! I've never even met them before. Perhaps they are watching over you then. But I see your glider can be strengthened even further. So you may have some of the essence of wind. Oh! That's awesome. I get to glide for longer. Okay, cool. Gliding for even longer this time. Ivan said, personality is spiky. Averaging is misleading. Yes, and you've mentioned the book The End of Average before. I haven't forgotten. It's on my list. I've got so many books I need to read. First on my priority list is...
You are this universe. And you are creating it at every moment.
Galti, thank you. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet, Galti. Thank you. Wow, it's so nice to have you here in this. I was just saying how everybody that chooses to take time out of their day to spend it with me is such a gift, such a blessing. So I really appreciate you being here and supporting me as well. It means a lot. Oh. An OG. No, Galti is an OG. He is. He's been here for a long time. He's been here basically since the beginning. Yeah. Back when I was doing a lot more of like Skyrim and like I played some Baldur's Gate. I played some. It was a lot of it was before I started branching out into these smaller games too. And also finding like what was. Oh, okay. I put the acorns in here. An acorn? Who dropped this down here? Back from the days of Skyrim. Yeah. That was fun. Maybe I'll resume my Skyrim playthrough at one point. We had some good times. We for sure had some good times playing Skyrim. And I love playing it for the first time and seeing all the environments. The world building of that game is sublime. I know, but now I just get so I'm like, ooh, new mushroom game. Okay, we'll play it. New mushroom. I gotta play all the mushroom games. I found my branding. Although in Skyrim there is one realm that's full of mushrooms. When I found that for the first time, I was so delighted. My community was waiting. They were all waiting like, once you get to this area, you're going to be so happy. And trust me, I was. It was so beautiful. Okay, it's genuinely really itchy. One more acorn. Okay, I had the other acorn. I didn't know where to bring it. I think I brought the acorn over here. The acorn is... It's like somewhere in here. I know it is. I don't feel like I dragged it too far. Okay, it's somewhere near... Did I jump up with it? I might have ascended. I think I ascended up here. There it is. Got it. Yes, Black Reach. The big yeah. The Black Reach with the glowing mushrooms underground. So cool. Oh, I just fell in the hole. Whoops. Sorry guys, there's gonna be an ad coming in about 20 seconds. It's beautiful but deadly. Yeah. If I recall, there's like not too like my wife. Oh, that's funny. Good one. Beautiful but deadly. Youch. My husband would say the same thing about me. I hope. Eclectic says, I believe that all we are is a soul inside of this human vessel that we borrow, but I think this view is different based on what you believe or practice. Yeah. I would like to believe in the idea of souls, but I don't know for sure. All we are is dust in the wind. Be excellent to each other. Yes, that is key. That is absolutely key. What is this? Is that a spore? A spore of energy. Are you headed out, Ivan? Party on. Don't worry, I'm partying. Party every day, baby. It's the best day of my life. Why? It's the only day of my life. Right now, today, is the only moment you'll ever have. I love collecting gems. We're collecting these gems. That's my favorite part of the game. Bill and Ted's Excellent... I have not seen that. Wait, I need to... Wait, I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Is that Keanu? What? That's Keanu Reeves? No. Oh my gosh, he's always been so handsome, hasn't he? High school buddies starting a band. However, they're about to fail their history class, which means Ted would be sent to military school. Bill and Ted travel to various points in history, returning with important figures to help them complete their final history presentation. Oh, that sounds awesome. Wait, when was it made? This looks 1989. Ooh. Hi, can I help you? Can I help you? Do you feel bad? Did you come to apologize about eating my sculpture? Yeah. You're not supposed to eat clay. It's bad for kitties. It's bad for Tobies. Tobies may not eat clay. Yeah. She feels bad. Can you see it? You can see it on her face, can't you? She feels very remorseful. She's like, I came here to apologize and also get bum scritches. I came here to get scritches and apologize. Come here. Can I have a kiss, please? Kitty kiss? Come here. Yeah, come here. Here. Oh. It's such a magical moment when she headbutts me. It's like a little kiss. I love you. Your head is so soft and beautiful. Cats, when I tell you cat's fur smells so good. I don't know how she does it, but it smells, I just want to sniff it. I love you. I love you. Did you know that? I love you. I tell her I love her like 10 million times a day. Galti says, is that a thing in the US, getting sent to military school? I remember in the OG Sims, if you skipped class, you got shipped to the army too. I think it is kind of, yeah. If you are kind of a delinquent, I guess. If you're like somebody who needs to be disciplined. It's depicted often in movies. I don't know if it actually happens. I haven't known anybody in my personal life for it to happen to, but it's, yeah, they show it a lot in movies where it's like if somebody needs discipline, they get shipped. Ivan says, my cousin got shipped. It worked about as well as you might expect. Oh no. Oh dear. Hi. Yeah, that's the camera. You have something to say to the camera? Can I kiss you on the head, please, please, please? It's rare that she lets me kiss her, so I take as many opportunities as I can. I know cats don't really like to be kissed. They prefer the headbutts. So I let her do both. All right. Would you like to come sit on my lap? Come sit on my lap. Please? 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 It's probably not a bad thing for some folks. Yeah, I don't disagree that some people need discipline. I think discipline can be important sometimes. Or something that people can choose and for themselves, something they might need. I know my husband went to like a military style. He went to hold on, I know this one. It was somewhere along the East Coast. It's like a very famous East Coast military school. I forgot what it is. He went there for like 2 weeks, but then they kicked him out because he has a nut allergy, and apparently allergies are not allowed in the military. I don't know. That's why. So they're like, you can't be here because we don't want to have serve you special food. We don't want to accommodate your dietary requirements. So you can leave. And they kicked him out. So. More so that parents threaten you with military school to whip you in shape. Yeah. I think it might be a lot of like threatening. What did I tell you about eating my sculpture? Can you please leave? Yeah. Stop. Alright, Mr. Mushroom. Hello. Woo! You are killing it! Just stay focused and don't look down. Are you two climbers? Sure are. Oh, are you here for lessons too? I'm kinda in the middle of one now. But come back later, I can book you in. Lessons for what? Climbing? Oh, no thank you. I'm pretty familiar with climbing now. Really? Yep. These rusty hooks have got me around pretty well. Rusty hooks? Sounds like you're in need of an upgrade. What do you mean? Well, rusty hooks will only get you so far. But if you want to climb higher... Oh, I do want to climb higher. You'll need some better hooks. And lucky for you, I've got a pair. I'll even knock the price down on them, since you don't want any lessons. Well, I guess I could use an upgrade then. What do you want for them, though? Green crystals, baby. I had a feeling you'd say that. Oh, you have now acquired a baby, so I'll be... No problem, Galti. Thank you for lurking. The child. Galti has acquired a baby. I've been handed a baby on many occasions, and I don't usually know how to hold them. I freak out, actually. I'm like, I don't know where... I know that there's something like where their neck is not strong enough to hold up their head, so you have to be really careful about holding their head. And I freak out about that. I'm like, I don't want to damage it. I think I've heard from, perhaps it was Galti or somebody else who said babies are not that fragile. But also, like, if it's somebody else's baby, I don't want to risk that. That's scary, man. I don't want to, injure your baby. Perhaps when I have my own child, it will be a lot easier. I'm watching you. She's looking at my sculpture. She's like, I crave the clay. You cannot. You cannot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You cannot. She's trying to do the slow blink at me. She's like, but I'm such a good girl. No. No. Okay, we're putting this away. This is going away. I'm gonna have to repair this. I think I still can. Oh my gosh. That's gonna take some extra time to dry. For its sake. Okay, we're putting this up. One second. Try and get to it now. You can't. Try and get to it now. You can't. Galti says the neck can go quite floppy, but yeah, they're more resilient than you think. Not saying to be rough, but generally you don't have to worry about them being too fragile. Okay. So what you're saying is I should just like sling them over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes. Is that what you're saying? Okay, I'll do that. No, I just, it requires a lot of arm strength too, though. I heard from somebody that you need to rest the baby on your knees, and that takes the weight off your arms, so you're not just only using your arms to hold them up. Because it can get heavy after a while. Okay, I got new, Oh, okay, so I can do it twice. That's cool. So I can climb twice. Love that. Yeah! We made it. It's a ton of arm strength. I always said I was gonna be really... Don't eat that! She's gonna choke on this. Okay, I'm putting that away. How do you guys discipline your cats? I feel bad. I don't want to squirt water because I feel like that's kind of inhumane, but if it gets her to stop eating clay, yeah. Toddlers will make you hinge. You're gonna really focus on muscle growth the moment you find out you're pregnant. Yeah, I'm trying to build up my body as much as I can before I get pregnant. Yeah, we're thinking next year probably is when it's gonna happen. So I'm trying to like build the body that I want, have it for a minute, enjoy it for a minute, and then, Ivan says, you said Tobi was okay. It's a cycle. I think she just came over here for scritches. But maybe she was feeling regretful. Now she's just hunched over. She's just hunched. Do you think this being experiences regret? What are you doing hunched over there? What are you doing? Are you waiting for mommy to stop paying attention so that you can start biting the clay? Ivan says, my mom thought her cat understood English. Well, Tobi understands some English, but it's usually contextual. Like, she understands the word for play. But you have to say it in a certain way. If you say it, she'll go crazy. I'm not going to say it because I'm not mean, you know. Because if I say it in the way that I say it, she'll get really excited. So she knows play, she knows turkey, and she knows hungry. Oh shoot, I just said it in the correct way. You didn't hear that. You gotta make sure the vowels sound extra vowel-y because they hear the vowels better. A flying mushroom. Must be my lucky day. Yep, that's me. Looking for some wind essence? Yeah, I am actually. Because I got none. Oh, pfft. Aren't you a forest wisp? I've gotten wind essence from your kind before. Nah. I mean, I am a forest wisp. But I've used all my wind essence on something way cooler. What's that? A gliding game. And it's the perfect game for fellow flyers like you. How do you play? All you gotta do is glide through every wind loop and make it to the end without falling once. Okay, I'll try it. Okay, oh. Oh, okay, glide through all of them. What? Taking away my wind essence? Okay. Okay, cool. I understand. I got it. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Ready? Wee! Oh! 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 Woo! Careful now. Wait, where's the... Oh! I did it! I can't believe a flying mushroom just beat the first level. Oh wait, how many levels are there? Sure, I'll try another level. Oh, okay. That's the other target. Okay, where's the... Alright, we got this. Oh! Oh! Okay, we got it. No, 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 no. Frick. Oh, it brings me back to the... That's good. Yeah, I want to try again. Okay, that's good. It brings you back to the start. I love that. So you don't have to climb all the way back up again. I don't know what I did wrong that time. Because I have to pass through all the rings. Here. Wait. I have to, yeah, see, these ones I have to pass through all of them. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Did that work? Oh, I did it! Starting to get the hang of it now, I think. I wasn't sure if you'd be ready. But you've proven me wrong. I think you have what it takes to take on my final level. Okay. Yep, I think we're gonna, let's do this one more level, and then I think we will conclude the stream for today. Because I got my supervisor texting me, and I gotta handle that. Gotta figure this shit out. So, this will be our final level. My final level. Okay. My final level. Goodbye. Oh, crap. Okay. Here we go. Wait, okay. Wait, where's the other one? Okay. Gotta be careful. The adjustments are so wonky. Here we go. Okay, we're fine. No, 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 no. Okay. It's so... Ah! Okay. We're fine. Stop jerking around. Yo, first try. Oh my god, first try. First try. First try. I don't believe it. I mean, I was already impressed when I saw a flying mushroom, but then you went and beat every single level? You might be the best glider I've ever seen. Okay, thank you, Ivan, thank you. It was very nice to have you. See you next time. We're gonna conclude as well, pretty soon. I'm a super mushroom. I get the super essence. It's essence, but super. Now my glider has a boost. Yeah. What's it do? Whatever your glider stamina is fully recharged, you'll get a little boost once it opens. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I got a new achievement. Alright, my friends. I think it's time to save and quit, and I think it's time for us to find someone else to raid. I was gonna leave that up, but you know what? That's fine. Who is streaming right now? Let's see. Thank you all for being here. It's been a delightful stream today. Delightful stream. Just wonderful. Just peachy. There was an interesting, I don't know much about this other streamer. Have you guys heard of Spectral Sybil? She seems cool. She's a really big streamer. I don't know if I should raid her. That's too big. That's too big for the audience I got going on here. That's too big. Yeah, maybe I'll wait until I've got more people to raid with. I'm feeling bashful. We could raid... Let me see, who else is mushroom themed that's playing a game? Who's mushroom themed? You got any mushroom? If you guys have any, ooh, the new, Poppy Playtime is out. That's cool. Somebody's playing that. Oh, I'm getting raid anxiety, you guys. Okay, you guys, I'm getting raid anxiety. I think I'm not going to raid. I'm sorry. But I hope you have a fantastic, rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. I genuinely have to leave. I cannot deliberate this anymore. Called it. Wait, quitting after a certified gamer moment? Yeah. $100. Yeah, you wish, buddy. You wish. Happy Wednesday, everyone. See you. Thank you for being here. See you next time. Much love. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.